Yo, what's going on? It's Avery, and welcome back to another Storytime video. Huge dubs on yesterday's video, by the way. Thank you to everybody who enjoyed it. I got a lot of views on that one for some reason. Somebody actually gave me the idea finally that I should use tags on my videos, and it'll push it out more, and I'm pretty sure that helped a lot. My videos went from like 20, 30 views, most 40, to like 75. But my bad for not posting for 3 days. I felt sick recently. I don't know what happened. My body was just ailing, and I wasn't able to sit down and record. I kept throwing up repeatedly. I just felt nauseous. It would have been forced, and you guys would have been able to tell. It wouldn't have been the same quality. Also, my bad if I sound tired, because the only reason I'm feeling better in recording now is because I went to sleep at 4 in the morning and woke up at 2 in the afternoon. But yeah, thanks again for the support on yesterday's video. It really means the world to me. But if you like what you're seeing here, be sure to leave me a like, comment, and sub. It's always appreciated. Link in the description for the Discord, and turn on notice bells so you can see when I upload next. Send a story in the story chat. Start up a conversation in general. Send the stories. I'll tell them one day. And yeah, you know what to do. Now I was sitting here struggling because I have a notepad full of all my stories that so I can remember that I want to tell on this channel. And I was sitting here struggling to figure out which story to actually tell up until yesterday or last night, because I was having a late night discussion with my friends, which is why I stayed up so late. I was just on Minecraft vibing out. I had a conversation with them, and then I remembered this. We started talking about like pain tolerance for some reason, and then I remembered this story that happened a couple years ago. But it takes place a decent amount of time back, around 3-4 years ago. I was like 12 around the time. I don't specifically remember, but I was pretty damn young. And I was in DR at the time, and I have a bunch of stories from DR that I feel like y'all would probably enjoy a lot. But at the time, yeah, I was in DR, and I was walking around in the backyard. The Wi-Fi isn't the best over there because we live on the rural side, so after I got bored of like lagging on COD for 3 hours straight, I went outside and just chilled in the backyard. I was just kind of finding something to do because I was super fucking bored. So I just started walking around the backyard and like doing random things. You know, whatever the hell a 12-year-old does in the backyard when there's jack shit to do. And then I started walking around, and keep in mind, this is like really fucking tall grass, like 2-3 feet knee high, almost waist high. So I started walking around and just like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing at this point. I'm just kind of walking, enjoying the view. And there's a bunch of trash on the floor for some reason. I'm pretty sure they were like making something back there. So I walk by and I step on this blue board by accident, and I just kind of kick it off, but it stuck to my sandal. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Why is it so stuck to my sandal? And then I like take it off of my sandal, and I see that there is like a nail on one side, and then like hella like black liquid, which is I assumed was like glue or oil at the time. So I started walking around and shit, you know, doing random things. I'm not doing anything. I don't have any purpose in my head currently. I'm just walking. Then my foot starts falling asleep, and I'm confused on why, but I just kind of try to walk it off, but it's not walking off. Whenever you're sitting in a classroom or some shit and your foot falls asleep, you can usually like stand up and then like shake off your foot, and it'll be fine. Nope. I couldn't shake it off whatsoever, no matter how hard I tried. So I started walking, and it's to the point where like I can barely stand using my left foot. Like, it hurts. Basically same thing as your foot falling asleep. And I'm like, yo, I look at my foot, and on my sandal there's like this viscous liquid, and I'm like, what the hell is this? And because I had black sandals on, I couldn't tell what it was at the time. But when I took off my sandal and dipped my finger in it, I saw it was red. Then I look down at my foot, and there's a fucking hole. Like, just in the middle of my foot, there's a goddamn hole. Then I go back, when, you know, the pain hasn't really hit me yet. I go back and look at the board. There's a nail covered in the same liquid. It wasn't glue. The board didn't get stuck to my sandal. The nail got stuck to me. And my dumbass didn't realize only up until I couldn't feel my foot out of blood loss. So I start screeching. Now I'm screeching because I realized, and the pain finally hit me, and the shock, I guess, subsided. So I'm screaming, and I get taken all the way from the countryside to the city, which was like an hour and a half of excruciating pain in my foot. I'm pretty sure I passed out at one point. Only reason I'm saying that is because I don't remember the ride there. But I get to the hospital, and these people sit me down. At this point, the pain is kind of mostly gone. I patched it up, and the pain is mostly gone. Still hurts like a bitch, of course, but you know, the pain is mostly gone. And I get to the hospital, and at this point in my life, I hated needles. Every time I would get them, I'd cry. So when I get into the hospital, and the first thing I see is the doctor pull out a needle, I'll start, Mom, I don't want to do it, Mom. I told you I don't like needles. So I'm crying my tits off at this point. I don't want to get the needle shot. And then my mom looks at me with a dead straight face and just goes, you're not getting a shot. Oh, okay. Instantly stop crying. And I'm thinking they're gonna hit me with like a tire plug or some shit from my foot. I don't know what they're gonna do, probably stitches or something. I've never actually had an injury this bad up until this point. So the doctor leaves. She says, let me go get something. And she comes back 15 minutes later with a jar. And I don't know what's in it because it has a big ass label on it. and she pulls out soap. She hands me the soap and just goes, oh, just wash your foot every day. I have a hole in my foot, not a goddamn scratch that I can heal up with Bengay. Alright, I have a hole. And my mom says thank you to the doctor, and then we go. I've never been so confused in a hospital before. I have a hole in my foot and they gave me soap. Like, dude, I was angry, but I couldn't say anything. We left, and that was it. Went home, and then for the next week I couldn't really walk, and then I just used soap on my foot. And the part that made me the most angry is that the soap worked. Within like a week and a half, it was just a scar at that point. I don't know what the hell they put in the soap, fucking magic, cocaine, whatever they put in it, it worked. And that was the saddest part. But after I used the sensu bean soap, after 2 weeks, my foot healed and it was just a scar. And the scar, I'm pretty sure, went away by now. It's not really noticeable. Like, if you look hard at my foot, you can see it, but who the hell is really staring at feet that much? Actually, I retract that statement. It's 2021. There are some weird fuckers on the internet. But yeah, moral of the story is, watch what you're doing. Pay attention. Look around. Just be observant. Don't be stupid like me. I was walking around where there was obviously debris on the ground and 3 feet tall grass where I couldn't see the ground. That has to be one of my dumbest decisions. But thank you guys for sticking around to the end if you did. If you did, be sure to leave me a like, comment, and sub. As always appreciated. Turn on notice bell so you can see when I post next. And look at the description for the Discord. You can send a story in a story chat or start up a conversation in general. I'll tell the stories one day. And yeah, have a blessed night, y'all.